Recreators 1 to 5 players are exploring the sea for sunken treasure. Kids Table Board Games provided this copy in exchange for an honest review. Put the treasure tiles near the matching wrecks. Keep the seashells close by. Put out exhibit cards matching the number of players plus 1. Put out the 3 aquarium piles and reveal 3 of each type. Once everyone has their board, diver meeples, and scoring crab, the game starts. The number of divers used depends on the number of players. Player 1 rolls the dice in the box lid, then, keeping the faces the same, places each one on the matching spot of the reef board: conch, scallop, and sea star. If a die wasn't touching one of those seashells, it goes in the blank space on the reef board. Starting with player 1, take a die. If it was in a seashell space on the reef board, grab the matching token. Place or move one of your divers in a spot on the board matching the die's number. If you place your diver at a wreck and there's nobody else there, take a matching treasure token. Players with a neighboring meeple also collect a treasure token of that color, even if the other meeples are your own. If there's a diver already in that spot, that diver gets bumped to the same number on the beach. They collect the matching seashells shown. If there is a diver already in that spot, they go back to the controlling player. You can choose to place your diver at a wreck or the beach. The same game rules apply. Your player boards seem like they have a lot going on, but it's actually fairly straightforward. When you collect a treasure, you can place it in either the left side display or in your right side vault. Display tokens must be placed from left to right, but you can start in any row. In the vault, you must start from the bottom, but you can work in any column. Why choose the vault? Each unique treasure is worth a point at the end. Each finished row of the same color is worth the amount shown: 3, 4, 5, and 6 coins. If they aren't the same color, a finished row is just worth 1 point. Why choose the displays? Well, you're trying to match exhibits to claim them. Once you have all the treasures matching an exhibit, you may claim it. Some exhibits have seashell icons in the top left. When you claim an exhibit, you can decorate it with some shells from your supply. Conches are worth 2 coins at the end of the game. Scallops let you take a bonus treasure of your choice. If you choose not to at this time, you cannot do so again later. If your treasures match the exact order of the card, you gain the bonus in the bottom right corner as well. Otherwise, just take the card and draw a new one to replace it. The seashells have another purpose. You can discard them for special actions, such as drawing an additional treasure token, or even turning any treasure token into a wild, in order to help finish an exhibit. The seashells have yet another purpose. You can trade them in to collect a matching aquarium piece. Bottoms need to go on the bottom, tops need to go on the tops. And you can have multiple middles per aquarium. At the end of the game, the pieces are worth the coins in the bottom left. Even better, the top right of the tops show a special scoring bonus. You'll want to get as many pieces as you can to match the symbols in order to earn additional coins at the end. The game ends when one player has claimed a set number of exhibits. The amount depends on player count. All other players get one more turn. Add up your scores, and the winner is the player with the most. Roll and draft dice, place your divers, and collect valuable treasures. That's Recreators. Recreator says 10 and up on the box, and I'd agree. In fact, experienced 8 and 9-year-old gamers should also be fine. With the boards, bits, and box top needed for rolling, save this game for the dining table. Including setup and takedown, your first few games might be as long as 90 minutes. Once you know what you're doing, 16 minutes is normal. We never quite know what to expect when we teach Grandma a game. She sometimes struggles with simpler games, then comes out with unbelievable moves in something like Grim Forest. In Recreators, she got it like that. She focused mostly on exhibits, but knew that Dad was crushing us there, so she also made sure to get some aquariums that would score combos, and even grabbed a handful of coins in the vault. The difference between first and last place was only 16 coins. Close games make fun games. Recreators' meeples are adorable, and the graphic design means symbols and colors are easy to tell apart. The mechanisms are simple, and there's a good reference on the player boards. This is heavier than some other games by Kids Table Board Games, such as Haunt the House, but it's still definitely family weight. Then again, the reference is a little small. I'm glad they aren't separate cards because the game takes out a surprising amount of space. Grandparents or players with weaker eyes might need help. Speaking of size, I'd love to see a custom dice app to shrink the space. It could roll, then tell you where the dice go and which face to show. It's a family game, and they tend to have a lot of luck. You'll roll dice, draw treasure tiles, and deal with how the exhibit cards and aquarium tiles come out. You can mitigate some luck, but not as much as some people would like. The expansions add even more, so be aware. On the other hand, unlike many family games, there are multiple paths to winning. I think the best route is to mix finishing exhibits, filling your vault, and getting aquariums, but you can score a lot of coins mostly focusing on one or two. The giant clam is my favorite of the mini expansions. It adds a push your luck element. Go now or wait. There's also a tactical element because it relies on dice rolls and whether an opponent goes there first. With the Relic Hunter, it gives you more of a reason to focus on the vault. And there's a small puzzle element, which is fun. I like when games give you a secret personal goal. The shark is my least favorite mini expansion. My mom actually hates it. I think it's thematic, but it drags the game out and adds nastiness, which isn't really needed. For a family game, Recreators offers lots of choices and challenge. The expansions are good, but aren't needed. This is a really good game on its own. I think families with kids my age will enjoy it, and it's one of the rare family games. Outback is another one that comes to mind that can hit the table again with friends once the kids go to bed.